Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. I wanted to do a little bit of a mea culpa here today. My video on Sunday was not up to my typical standards. I got a lot of corrections, I guess, and questions, and there were a lot of confused viewers. And what I tell my kids a lot is, if one person is confused by what you say, it could be a them problem. But if a lot of people are confused about what you say, it's probably a you problem. So I will take the blame for this. I want to address that. I also want to address a couple of other things that weren't so clear. First of all, I think Michael Krochik, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, Krosik, great commenter, gave me some feedback that if somebody gives me a gift, I should have their name at the ready every time. And he is 100% right. So I went back and looked, and I received mail. So here's the thing. I got this mail on Saturday, and this isn't an excuse. I'm just trying to provide a little background. I should have done better. I got 2 pieces of subscriber mail the day before I left for Dallas. One of them was from Keith, who sent me the Pedro and some other cards with it. And then another piece of mail was from Ben, who sent me a couple of postcards for me to autograph and mail back to him. And I can't remember if the other cards were included with Ben's package or with Keith's. The other cards weren't the highlights. They weren't intended to be the highlights. They were kind of fillers, but I loved them still. And so I set these 2 aside. I set the Pedro aside in one pile and the 2 that I need to autograph and send back to Ben, which I will very soon. Sorry, I've been away, Ben. And then the other cards ended up in another pile, and I did a terrible job of remembering who sent them, so Michael's right. Bad job on my part. Another thing is I should have listed the SGC grading scale. Quite a few people questioned my assessment of the SGC 4. They said, well, it could have been a 4 with the writing on it, except it can't be, according to SGC's own grading scale, which says that if it has writing on it, it can only be a 2. Potentially a 2.5. But I'll put that up here on the screen. If it has writing on it or marks of any kind, the best it can be is a 2. I should have included that. I normally, on this type of video, I would normally have a tab open with SGC's grading scale, and I would say, here it is. Here's what their grading scale says. It's interesting. I have done lazy videos before. I've rushed videos. It's never a good feeling. I didn't feel like I did this time, but looking back, clearly poor quality, and that's not something that I want. And this is something, so the same reason I have avoided sponsorships, the sponsorship I had last summer almost forced me to rush videos because I had to put them out on specific days. And I'm in conversations with somebody right now about a sponsorship of my channel where I won't have that problem. I will not be rushing videos. I won't be doing videos on a timeline. So I didn't feel like I rushed this one, but the evidence says otherwise. Maybe I was out of practice after a week off. I don't know. But I will be better. I will definitely aim to be better and be conscious of this, because if I'm not putting out good content, I don't want to be putting out content at all. And I feel like I have my own standards. I don't do, like, I have really bad production quality of my videos. So the content of these videos is what's so important. If the content is bad, I don't have production quality to make up for it, if that makes sense. The other thing I wanted to bring up was I really confused a lot of viewers with my comments about the blue flip, the PSA blue flip. First of all, not all cards in those trading card autograph encapsulations are counterfeit. In fact, most are not, in all likelihood. But the fact of the matter is that you can put a real autograph on anything that's counterfeit, and PSA can, and sometimes will, authenticate that autograph and slab it and make it look like, not based on any PSA policies, but make a collector feel like it's legitimate. And I'm with you. A lot of people said this is the buyer's responsibility. It's a personal responsibility thing. I agree with you, but this is what PSA is here for. If we believe it should be personal responsibility, then we shouldn't believe in grading at all. The condition of the card is buyer beware, condition of the card. But PSA's sole purpose of existing is to authenticate and grade cards and other items. And if we can't trust them to do that and trust that their slabs show an authenticated card or make it seem like the card is authenticated, then I'm not sure what they're doing. And so again, personal responsibility, yes, but it's incumbent upon them to make it more clear. And I don't think, my opinion is that changing the flip color to blue does anything to help. And I get that you disagree, that's fine. I just want to make sure that my position is clear that the blue flip doesn't do much good. It will help collectors in some ways, but it's also going to leave a lot of confusion. When you could easily just put, instead of trading card, you could say trading card not examined, trading card not authenticated at the top of the flip. And that would help. Again, there's no perfect solution to this, but changing it to blue doesn't do much, in my opinion. And I appreciate all the people who have disagreed with me in a very professional way. It's very rare that I get unprofessional, I guess, comments. You can disagree with me. I'm perfectly happy with talking it out. So far, it's been awesome, so I appreciate that. I just want to make sure that my viewpoint there was clear. If I were PSA, I would just do something, and I totally get that it's $15 for grading the autograph and authenticating the autograph, and then $25 if you want to get the card authenticated and graded too. So, and PSA isn't going to just do away with the $15 tier because that's a source of significant revenue for them, I'm guessing. And it makes it easy. It's a lower barrier of entry at that price point. So I'm not suggesting that they get rid of that. And a lot of people said, well, they should authenticate and grade every card that has an autograph on it. And I disagree with that. I understand why you're saying that, but that's just never going to happen. So we shouldn't even try to advocate for that because PSA will never get rid of that revenue stream. But if they could just add something that makes it more clear on the flip that the card itself is not authenticated and not graded, something very simple. Trading card, not authenticated. Doesn't have to say not authentic. But maybe they also, another potential solution is that if they take a highly counterfeited card or a really valuable card, like the 63 Pete Rose rookie, frequently counterfeited, frequently autographed and added into a slab as trading card, and then sold as 1963 Topps Pete Rose autographed. Maybe they could just say, you know what, we're going to eat the cost on authenticating all of these cards. Or they require people to pay up for dual grading to the $25 tier on those cards. Just some thoughts. Again, I'm not the solutions guy here, but I have some ideas. These are what I think. I'm really curious again to know, hopefully this helps get my opinion across a little bit clearer. One of the things I think is that I had made my opinions clear on Twitter, and I just assume, I don't really think it through well enough, or I made my opinion clear in my newsletter. And so I'm doing the video and I'm thinking I've already made my opinion clear and I don't need to here, but my newsletter only has hundreds of viewers. My Twitter only has hundreds of viewers, and I'm putting out videos to much more than that. So I need to be more clear and really think that through better than I did on Sunday. So thanks for sticking with me. It's not like the video was downvoted. It got, I don't know, 98 point something, 99 point something % likes, but it just wasn't up to my standards. So I appreciate you guys watching and giving me your honest feedback. As always, it's appreciated. Thanks.